you are trying to figure out your schedule for showcases, please make sure you have a document. And if you work with me, I have a very specific one to keep track of when your showcases are, because showcases trump ID camps. So if you got to pick between an ID camp and a showcase, pick the showcase, unless it's a bad showcase. So a lot of coaches are not showing up. And the ID camp is one where you're like, the coach is very genuine. They really want to see me. You can even ask the coach, look, coach, what do you think I should do in my recruiting career? I've got the showcase coming up, and I also have this ID camp. The coach might go, oh, you're going to be at that showcase? You should go to that showcase, and you should come to my ID camp later in the summer because I'm going to be at the showcase. So showcases traditionally trump ID camps, which would make your parents and you very happy because you're already paying for showcases because you're already on the club team, while ID camps feel like an additional fee, and so mentally it doesn't feel very good. And you do have to pay for ID camps at some point, but if you can minimize those with showcases, the best way to get recruited, to be honest with you, is you don't even have to go to ID camps. You just go to a ton of showcases. The college coaches watch you 3 or 4 times and recruit you. It doesn't cost you any extra money. You're being seen in a competitive environment. Coach likes you. You get signed. The problem traditionally is the chances that you are at the showcase when the coach is at the showcase at the exact same times is just so unlikely. So I want to give you one more analogy. I hope you watch till the end of this video because for some reason I seem to give the best moments of tips at the end of my videos, which is if you just do math for a second, you're a freshman and let's say you're not playing ECNL MLS Next, which is most of you. You have to spend time playing ECNL and MLS Next, so let's say that takes you a year. That means you missed all of those playoffs. But let's say you are playing ECNL MLS Next as a freshman. You probably have 2 showcases in your life during your freshman year. Most of the time, Division III schools will kind of watch you. Division I schools at the highest levels might watch you, but you're not going to get a lot of attention because you are on the younger and earlier end. However, those videos are so crucial. They're like diamonds because you can send those to coaches, and then that's how you can get them interested in you, and it's just amazing. Side note. Now, that's 2. Let's say, perfect world, you go to 2 showcases. The chances that your coach that you love are at those showcases, very unlikely. Let's say you go to 2. Then your sophomore year, let's say you have 3, so that's 5. Let's say your junior year, you have another 3, so that's 8, okay? Senior year showcases are almost too late. You could argue there's, say, 2 more. So let's say you have 10 showcases in your entire life. 10, okay? That's just not very many. Those are the numbers. Now, you're injured. Now, you don't play because your coach aren't playing you very minutes. Now, your college coach that's come to scout you has to go to the bathroom when you score your banger. Now, the college coach is there, but you don't play any minutes because you got injured or the coach decided to not play you. Now, let's shrink it down to there's 2 to 3 showcases, 2 to 3 showcases where the coaches will have a good chance of watching you. And if they watch you, maybe they have to go to another game, so they only got to watch 20 minutes of your game. You can see why it's really hard to get recruited off of showcases. This is why ID camps guarantee coaches 2 or 3 hours with you with no distractions guaranteed. Now, often, like I said, they're going to say to you, we love seeing you at the ID camp, but we need to see you in a more competitive environment because ID camps are just full of strangers. So then they go to your showcase, or they get more video, or they call your coaches to find out a little bit more about you. Sometimes they can make an offer straight off of ID camps. Sometimes they can't offer showcases, but it's difficult. Just briefly, my own story, I was going to a college ID camp at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. It was a 3-day camp where I would sleep over. They got to know me as a person. Cal Poly were like, we really liked you, but we'd already seen you at a showcase, so we're going to make you an offer. They later retracted my offer, which was really heartbreaking. And then, luckily, Valpo, who had never seen me at any showcase because they're at school in Indiana, saw me at the ID camp, liked me, brought me on an official visit. While on the official visit, there was some players that weren't playing any minutes in the game on the weekend. So they said, hey, Zev, you could just go play with them for fun. Just not official. Played with them. I'm sure the players who I was playing with knew the coach or were on the team, but maybe not as starters, and then told them about me, and that's how I got recruited. So those types of things happen. There's not perfect rules for all these things. And the coach is not allowed to watch you in those situations, so I'm sure he didn't. But I remember there's this one story, side note. I was getting recruited. I don't know if somebody would get in trouble for this, but I don't think so because it was a while ago. I was getting recruited by Hofstra, and the coach was like, we really want to see you play in person. And my family's from New York, so living in New York was reasonable. But I was like, how are you going to see me to showcase? My team was playing California, and they're like, well, we don't have any showcase, but what if you come on a Thursday, and we're going to put you with our club team, which the college coach was coaching, and we're going to have you try out for us, right? Which, therefore, he's not recruiting me. I'm just trying out for a random club team in New York. It was at this amazing, beautiful field. I really wish I remembered the name of it. And I played in that, and I played really well. and they got to see me up close in a competitive environment. Was that official to the rules? Kind of, sort of, not really. Later, I went in on the office, and they offered me a half scholarship, half athletic scholarship. And I was like, that's amazing. I ended up having a really bizarre official visit where the guy got drunk, and it was a really scary visit. I did not end up liking the school. It's a totally new coach there, and it's nothing the same. Hofstra's an amazing place and a great academic school. The point is that that's how this recruiting process can also work, and you have to know how to like manage that because of these silly NCAA rules, because the NCAA rules are really dumb. Now, Division II schools can have you on trial, which creates a really good dynamic, but they can only see you for like one day, which is also really dumb, but it varies per school and da-da-da. So I'll help you with all that. Anyways, give me a call if you need more help. That should have covered showcases. Great job, and be proactive, and I will talk to you soon.